it's Alyssa from Holistic Angels here to do our weekly energy card reading. And this week I thought we'd use the Archangel Power Tarot cards. It's been an intense few weeks. The first month was quite intense. A lot of energies going around. A lot of people having to deal with drama or, cutting drama out of our lives. And I think we've done that, really well. I think the majority of us have really tried to think about our thoughts, monitor our thoughts and take care of our actions and the way we treat others and ourselves. And these Archangel Power Tarot cards are specifically designed to be empowering cards to give you action steps for your life purpose. So these cards especially I love to use when we do like one-on-one coaching. These are the cards that I use for that purpose. They are confidence cards. They really help us build our confidence. They really give us messages and insights that are going to help us to do that. So I'm going to pull 3 of these cards to symbolize the beginning, middle, and the end of the week. And then this week I thought we'd pull a Angel Dreams Oracle card by Melissa Virtue and Doreen Virtue. Instead of the Ascended Masters, I thought we'd work with these this week. The reason being that a lot of you guys have said that, messaged me and said that you're having intense dreams, and not all the symbolism in the dreams have been the same that you've got in touch with me about. Not everybody's had the same kind of dream, but there have been an increase of intense dreams. So I thought we'd use these dream cards this week to try and decipher what that would mean for us. So yeah, we're going to go straight into our reading now. If you'd like to order your own personal reading with us, I will pop all the information in the link down below this video, especially with the tarot cards. We're going to do 3 this week, but if you order a personal reading, you get 5 card spread or a 10 card spread. So this is just like a little taster really for the energies that is happening for all of us. And that is our intention. It's about finding messages that we can all relate to this week. Okay, they're not specifically about any one individual. They're not specifically completely personal to our own lives, because that's one. Because that's what the readings are for, the personal readings. But this is our earthly energy that we're all going to be sensing. So that card just popped out was for Monday and Tuesday. This card for Wednesday and Thursday, and then we find our this deck is really jumpy. Okay, so I think the messages are going to be of extra importance. Right, so the card that came up for us on the first for the beginning of the week is the 5 of Gabriel, and it says, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. So there's a few things to this card. Firstly, there's still some dramas we need to be pulling back from. You did an amazing job of that last week, but there may still be some things that you're allowing yourself to get embroiled in, or this isn't about self-blame. It could be that there are people trying to draw you in to their drama. And you'll find that when you cut your cords to your past, sometimes the people that you've cut those energetic cords with, they can then get in touch with you. Because it's an energetic cord, if you imagine that this is a person and this is a person, and there's an invisible cord that is attached to those people because of an experience they've had. This person over here, which is you cut that cord so that you can move on, with your life. This person here feels that snipping, that cutting away, and it could mean that person then gets in touch with you. It's up to you how you handle that. You don't have to allow that person back into your life. If you want to, then that's up to you. But it's saying just remember to just detach from that drama. Also have patience with other people. So it's about just being a little patient with people this week. You might really want to be moving forward with the project, but there might be people that aren't quite up to speed, or in your workplace or your family. just have some patience with people, because everybody seems to be going through their own stuff at the moment, and we're not all necessarily moving at the same speed. And also, there's a challenge you can resolve. So whatever feels like is this big kind of mountain of a challenge, it's letting you know that there is a resolution to it, and it's something that you can do. It's not necessarily this outside influence, this outside miracle. It's something that you can actually achieve on your own. And whilst it's nice to get that outside help, knowing that you can overcome this challenge on your own, through your own inner strength and resilience, that's something amazing. It's really, really bright. I'm sorry. So the sun's kind of beaming through the window, and it hasn't been out all day, so someone must be approving of this reading. So the card that comes up for the middle of the week is a Major Arcarna card. It's number 4, and it's the Emperor. And this card is represented by Archangel Gabriel. And it says, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. The Emperor card is very much about structure, because the number 4 is about our foundations. This card is also very much about discipline and order, and that organization, that getting the details done, getting everything nailed down, getting the structures and foundations in place for you to build upon. Often some people think that that's the boring part. It's the part of us that a lot of, if you're creative and free thinking, you may find this particularly difficult. If you don't really want that structure in your life, but just know that if you do spend some time putting in, a plan of action, figuring out the details, even if you have to write things down, it may seem boring, it's going to help you in the long run. I mean, really help you, not just help you along a little bit. It's going to be the thing that sustains the momentum. It's going to be, if you have this plan in place, you're more likely to reach, your goal, or to continue with your purpose, because you'll know that there's structures there to support you whilst you're building the life that you want. It's not always easy, but if you put these structures in place before you begin, or even if you have begun a project and you don't feel like you're perhaps supported, or you don't feel like you're perhaps got those foundations in place, it's not too late to make that plan again. Just peel everything back to basics, start from scratch and build upon something good. But it's saying that this stability is going to be particularly important. But it's, again, like the first card, you're taking charge of the situation. The card for the start of the week said there is a challenge that you can overcome. The middle of the week now is saying, and you have to now take charge of that situation. You have to be like the Emperor. It's quite a masculine energy, I suppose, if we think about it. But it's saying that you need to encompass that. You need to encompass that strategy in order to get what you want. And then the end of the week is magical, because it's the Magician, and it's represented by Archangel Radleigh, who we've spoken about and said he's kind of like the wizard-like angel. Very wise, very, that old soul energy, but extraordinarily magical. And it says you can manifest the life that you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Because you have put this time and this effort into building the reality that you want, the manifestation speeds up, and often it may seem miraculous. It may seem like, oh my goodness, where did that opportunity come from? But it's because you've put those foundations in place. It's because you put the effort in. So the beginning and the middle of the week is very much about order, structure, discipline, planning, self-confidence, self-esteem, knowing that you can overcome any challenge if you take charge. Not about being forceful or aggressive. You're simply being assertive. You're taking charge of the situation. You know how you can get out of a difficult situation, and you just simply have to do it. Because by the end of the week, if you really, really put your efforts into that, things are gonna turn very quickly for you for the better. So that's our reading for this week. So like I said, we're going to end this week with the Dream Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Melissa Virtue. These cards have lots of different cards in. Some of them are plants, some of them are, you know, kind of symbols and dreams that we have. So we'll just see what comes up for us, and we'll see how we can incorporate that into all of our lives. But these cards are very good for working on your own. If you just want a deck of cards that's just for you personally, then these cards are excellent to interpret on your own. Okay, so this card comes out. So the card we have says reaching for your dreams, and on the bottom it says go for it. This is a simple message. All that is required of you this week is to go for it. You know what you need to do to make it happen. Some of that might be tricky. Some of you may be having a change in career. Some of you might be saying, okay, well, you know what, this is the career path I want to go down, but in order to get there, I'm going to have to go back to school and study. And, you know, you might have a bit of trepidation about that. You might feel like, a lot of us sometimes feel like we continuously go back to square one, because what sometimes happens when you start a new project in your life is that you're required to, it feels like you're required to go back some steps. So you start a new business, but before you do that, you've got to, you know, go back to a job, or you've got to go back to school, or go back to something. And it sometimes can feel in life that you're taking these steps backwards, but that's not what is happening. If you imagine a spiral, the spiral is continuously stretching outwards, you know, like the spiral on a snail. It's not a straight line. This spiral effect is the universe. It is ever expanding. We are ever expanding. So in this ever expanding universe, it is not possible for us to go backwards. Even if there was, you know, time travel, you wouldn't necessarily be going backwards in time. You'd be going through different, you know, dimensions. But I'm not getting into all that. You know, you can never just take those steps back because you've learned from those things. So if you ever feel like you have to go backwards in order to go forwards, know that it's a new starting point. And if you have been given a challenge that you thought you'd previously overcome already, it could well be that there was still some lessons from that you didn't quite learn, and that you want to learn. You know, this is something that you've chosen to learn. So when it says reaching for your dreams, go for it, it's saying that sometimes when we go for it, sometimes in order to really go for it, we have to take this personal responsibility on, and sometimes that means making decisions that can be quite difficult. Sometimes that may mean that we feel like we're taking some steps back in order to move forward. But just please know that as long as you're planning ahead, as long as you have this vision for your future, and as long as you keep the momentum and you're doing what you have to do to get there, you're never moving backwards. You know, you're only moving forwards. It may sometimes feel like there are people rushing past you. You know, you're on this bike going uphill and there's people going past you. But we all get to our destinations at different speeds, at different times. And that is the way it's supposed to be, because we're meant to learn different, you know, stuff on our journey. But as long as you keep pedaling up that hill, even if sometimes it's hard, you always have that momentum. You are always moving forward. You're never, you know, you're not falling back down the hill. You're not being stagnant or stuck in a situation. As long as you keep making those changes to get to where you ultimately want to go, you will get there. You will get there. So I hope that gives you some comfort. I don't quite know who that message was for. I feel it was for a specific, you know, person or a specific few individuals. But I hope that has been of service to you. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the reading this week. If you'd like to order your own personal reading, you can contact us in the description box down below this video. Until we speak again next week, I'm sending you so much love and happiness and joy. I hope that you have a great week. Lots of love, Alyssa.